So Danny is going to be discussing the transfer window and having a review of it. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. Also, thank you for the people who supported the channel over the weekend. I know there was no video yesterday on Sunday. I had a day off. I went to spend a lot of good time with family, my side of the family, so it was good. So it's been really good. So, Danny Rule has said they are going to be having a review of the transfer window and where they can improve it, what went bad, and what happened, basically. As we know is we managed to bring in Beadle, Ugbo, Pedersen, and Pova. 4 players went out: Butley, Backington, Vakwev, and Byers. 2 of them were loans, so we terminated the loans. Wendy Bloss has suggested that they are going to be looking at the free agent market as well to look at some of the missing pieces, i.e. up front. Because, let's be honest, we weren't great up front. We struggled again. And you got to remember, he's going to hold a review because him and his coaching staff are new, as is Kevin Beadle. There've been responsibilities that have been turned over as well in terms of the analysing and scouting department. And he said they'll have a look at it so they'll be able to do things better in the summer and they'll begin preparing for it immediately. So that's good. I like that. I like the idea that they are starting to prepare for the summer immediately. It means, right, something's gone wrong, obviously. I think something's definitely gone wrong in this window. Kind of thing. I know what people are going to say, and I get it, and I understand it. At the end of the day, I understand it all. It's just annoying. Birmingham game is going to be very interesting with whatever happens. He went on and said, we do this next week for the future. We have to take things from this transfer window, step forward and prepare for the next one. The next one is the most important one. We always know this. There's a big difference between January window and the summer window. Summer window is over a long period of time. To go forward, we must start next week for the summer window. This is our jobs, and I think there are things we could take and go forward. And let's be fair, I think a lot of the window has been a lot of we got the money to spend apparently, and we just won't spend it for whatever reason. DC just didn't want to spend it anymore, that money on a permanent kind of thing. We wanted Pova as a permanent. It got moved to a loan, and I think that's to see what league we're in. We're not great at the minute. They're going to be the big protest on Birmingham game. I think more and more people are now starting to see what a lot have seen for a while and kind of thing. And the thing is, I understand it and I get it. People are going to have the whole thing in the comment sections of this video. It's all right having a transfer policy, but the person to blame at this is up top. And I get it. I understand it. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I 100% think there's something there to that. And I think it's hard to know what to do next with it, because one of the things in this policy I would probably say in the review is, why have we chased a player for so long and then not got him, kind of thing? Why has it been something like that, like aka Duncan Maguire? Now, even with the Duncan Maguire situation, there's not even a strong possibility that Blackburn are going to get him, because it looks like they've messed up the paperwork. And this is a big problem for them, because they've gone really hard to get him. They've done all the legwork, and it now looks like they might not get him. And that's another situation where you look at, did we spend too long trying to work out a deal for him and didn't go to other target quick enough? Which is something I think we probably did. Even though we were working on the target, I think we spent too long. We're trying to work that deal out. And it sounded like it was a player we wanted. It sounds like we've missed out on a lot of players due to the position we are in the league. Probably due to what we can offer in times of like the training facilities. Let's be fair, our training facilities are naff. Am I happy with the business we've done? Fairly. Would I have liked a little bit more? Obviously, everyone would have done. I think the Pedersen deal, I'm going to have to see how that one goes, because he didn't look brilliant against Huddersfield, but then again, a lot of players didn't look brilliant against Huddersfield. So kind of thing. I think Beadle is a very good keeper, but again, it's that question. Again, was it the right call to bring him in? We'll soon tell. You could tell in that game versus Huddersfield, there were some things that you can tell that he's a young keeper trying to make things happen. And he did try and make himself big for the last goal, but it failed. It just didn't work. And I think that comes with age and experience. And Ugbo, I think if he gets a goal soon, and I mean, if he gets a goal soon, he could start going on the confidence, because he's hit the woodwork, he's hit the post a couple of times. That is the woodwork, Jake. But he has given that chance. But again, the one thing we miss in this team is the clinical finisher. And what haven't we got in this team? A clinical finisher. Some people keep turning around and say about the whole situation, Lee Gregory. That needs to be discussed. In terms of going outs as well, ins need to be looked at, but outs. Why wasn't a player who's not in Daniel plans not allowed to go to Derby? Why were we holding out for so much money once everything got agreed? By the sounds of it, everything got agreed. The playing of the transfer, the loan fee got agreed, the wages got agreed, and then still wasn't allowed to leave. I don't understand this. I don't get it. He's not going to play in a Sheffield Wednesday team this season by the looks of it. So he's now got a player who just all he can do is turn up the training. It makes us look really bad, and we've done this a couple of times. We've done this a lot, where we've had offers coming. We had offers coming for Michael Smith. Granted, Smith did play at the weekend. The first time he played in a while. I think we had some offers in for Reece James. Nothing there. It's like Byers. The offer came in for Byers and Backinson, and we let them both go. Yet that's a position I think we needed to improve a little bit more than letting two go. And I think we tried to get the players in. I think Povat is going to be really good for you. He shows little glimpses in on the Huddersfield game what he can do. But again, a lot of this window is going to come questioned by fans, and I don't think it's going to get questioned in the review itself, but by fans, it's going to be, what is our transfer policy? What funds do we have to try and compete with other clubs? Because at times it doesn't look like we can compete with other clubs. Like, we're going to struggle. And I mean really, really struggle if we haven't got funds to compete with in the summer. And the last time we paid a transfer fee was 5 years ago. 5 years ago was the last time we paid a transfer fee for any player. And that's just mental. That is just mental. I think that just shows you a little bit of the state of what we are, that we're having to rely on people who are out of contract or free agent, or who are free agents or loans constantly. And I don't like building a team with loans. Building a team with loans is just not the way forward for me. You build a team with loans, you're not got no future planning. There's none of your players there. There's nothing to plan. Granted, the summer is a lot easier window to get what you want in and get it in fast. Ideally, in the summer, you want to get all your players in before you go to pre-season. And then in pre-season, you hammer your philosophy down. You hammer what you want to do. You get the players in that you want to play in those positions. So I think it's going to be an interesting one to see what comes out of this. Yeah, that's where it is for the video. I think it's been a tough one. I think it's been very, very tough for us as a club this window. I don't think it'll ever change for a while, though. That's the issue. And yeah, it's been very, very difficult indeed. And you could tell Danny's been a very frustrated man over this window, because it looked like he had players he wanted to get in. and what he wanted to do, and a lot of them have failed. And questions need to be asked about that, and how can you improve it? How can we get better at this? Because Darren Moore had a little bit of a system and it worked to point, but even when he wanted players in last January, hardly got any. So let's see what happens. So Danny, to have a discussion about the review of the transfer window and how they can improve it and get better.